Hello guys, in today's clinic, we're going to be taking a look at Holger Rune's forehand. Let's begin. So in phase one, we have a no backswing. We have a unit turn. Now, the only thing that is different from Holger Rune's forehand is his kind of weird way that he sets the racket in the backswing. But other than that, it's textbook. He keeps the non-hitting hand on the throat of the racket until the ball bounces. At this point, that back elbow is up and away from the body, the non-hitting hand is parallel from the baseline, and the front shoulder is underneath the chin. Now from here, although he doesn't really start with the racket inverted like the other players, he still gets it to drop into the hooded position, and there is a delay. And now at this point, the racket head is still in front of the hand. As long as the racket head doesn't go behind the hand before it's time to go, it's all good. It's loose, he's loaded, he's turned his upper body more than the legs, and we've shifted the weight onto the outside leg. Now from here, we're going to see his kinetic chain is the exact same as every good player. The racket's going to be along for the ride. It free falls into pat the dog. The racket comes down as the body goes up, and you're going to see him uncoil fully before contact point. We pull in the non-hitting arm. We uncoil by pushing up from the toes, and the legs come up. The chest opens up, and so do the hips. Everything's got to twist towards the target. We got to point our laser scope to our target. Now, leading with the butt cap, at contact points, boom, out and away from the body. He gets a lot of arm extension. He doesn't really hit with a bent arm. You'll see players doing both. I'm not here to tell you which one is better. Either is good. And then we've got the windshield wiper finish. Just for some clarity, let's look at some more shots here. Boom. Again, we've got the setup. The racket head stays in front of the hand. We've got the delay. We load on the outside leg. Right here. And notice how his racket is literally not moving. It's a no backswing. It's so still. This is basically the ready position. If he was to turn his body back to where it started, there wouldn't be much of a difference. The non-hitting hand is parallel with the baseline. Shoulders have turned as a unit. Heel to toe. Load on the outside leg. Boom. The racket still is barely moving. We've got the delay. The racket face is hooded, and it's going to fall to the height of the ball. This is what I say all the time. We swing across a tabletop. If anything, you're getting slightly under the ball, if at all, but you're basically just going right through the imaginary glass wall, right? His racket's not coming down all the way down to here, going down to hell. It's staying above the table, so we can crack through the ball like we're hitting through a wall. Gosh, look at his face. He's about to destroy the ball. Uncoil with the body. Boom. Lift the legs up. Non-hitting hand comes into the body. The butt cap is pointing towards the ball, but it's a byproduct of violent body rotation. This is violent. Look at him. Violence. The racket faces back into the slot. Letter L for leverage. It's a 90-degree angle, but remember, we're not pointing the flashlight. If you point the flashlight too early, you're going to lose out on a lot of power, and you won't look like this. At contact, boom, straight arm. He gets full extension. Like I said, a lot of players, Alcaraz did it, Federer does it. And then you have guys like Djokovic and a lot of other players who hit with a bent arm, and it's completely okay. It's acceptable. Windshield wiper finish. Boom. And notice how there's minimal body rotation through contact point as well. Everything is pretty much still. You don't want to be moving all over the place. You want to have a compact follow through, and in order to do that, you don't want to have your body moving all over the place. Notice how his shoulders have stayed level. He's basically just exploded up with the upper body, and he's uncoiled to his target, but he's not, still twisting. And watch how he's going to also finish. on balance. Okay, it's very still, it's precise. Let's just take a look at one more forehand for clarification. I think this is like he runs around his backhand here. So boom, shift onto the outside leg. Boom. And there is actually a slight inversion prior to this point where he kind of just sets it very upright and holds it in its position, holds it very still. You actually can see the racket face is slightly inverted. It's in front of his hand. Okay, that's what's important. And the racket face is slightly hooded. Okay. And more importantly, we get the slot in the wrist early. Okay, his wrist is back early. Okay, that's going to be the position that's going to happen at contact points. Non-hitting arm is parallel with the baseline. Okay, we got to check the boxes. Front shoulder underneath the chin. We're going to sit in the chair. Get ready to explode. The racket face is going to drop into pat the dog. We swing at the height of the ball with a hooded racket face. Uncoil. And he's leaving the ground on this one, as you can see. Everything is uncoiled. The lasers are pointing to where they need to be. The legs have fully exploded up, and he hasn't even contacted the ball yet. The racket's along for the ride. Okay? And there you have it. Cover the top of the ball with the windshield wiper. Swing across the tabletop. Okay? In any event, thank you for tuning in, and use what you've learned to hit like Holger Rune. Ciao.
Tennis Doctor is a self-help tennis book for adults. You could have 40-inch biceps, rapid anticipation, fancy feet, and a brilliant mind, but if you have poor swing mechanics, you will never win. On the contrary, you can have slow reactions, terrible footwork, and be 40 pounds overweight, yet still produce a good shot if you can perfect your swing. By reading Tennis Doctor, you own the secret to a perfect swing, and if we have to, we'll call you an Uber to get you to the ball in time. Read it now on Amazon and listen to it on Audible in every country. Tired of going down a rabbit hole of tennis videos that focus on what the swing should look like but not how to do it? I have systemized the best tennis information for being an advanced level player, and you can copy it by taking my online course. Click the link in the description to get started now.